In this video, I'm going to share with you a method that I'm using to find and sign all of my clients for my coaching business, right? So how to basically book from 2 to 5 qualified salespeople a day for your agency, coaching, or personal business, right? So again, if you are running an agency or coaching, or you're a coach, or you're a consultant, or you're providing some sort of service for someone online, this will apply to you, right? And especially if you are looking to bring new clients, you're just starting out, or you're looking for some other ways, some other alternatives that you can use in order to find these people and target them and then offer them your services of your offers to, right? So the platform is basically Facebook, right? So I gather all of my clients, all of my people that I'm selling my services to on Facebook, right? And why this method works, the way that it works, why I can book like so many actually qualified people from this, is primarily because people are on Facebook all the time, right? So people are not like checking their email all the time. They're not checking their LinkedIn all the time, right? Even the Instagram probably they check even less than on Facebook, right? On Facebook probably is everyone that you can find and target, and these people are there all the time, right? So that's when they will be always responding to your messages, right? So that's why this stuff just works so well, right? So I'll just go through a few points that I'm basically doing. So this will be like the foundation of this whole funnel that you can use and replicate in your coaching and consulting business, right? That you are running, right? Mm. So first of all, even before reaching out to people, even before like you start searching for groups and reaching out to people, right? You just need to make sure that you have your Facebook profile is optimized, right? So make sure that like you have deleted all of the unprofessional stuff, meaning like all of your like parties or like your stupid photos with your friends, right? Delete all of that because you will be reaching out to people, right? And you will need to make sure that when they visit your profile, because you can even see and like look at your Facebook profile as some sort of like landing page, right? Where people basically will be reaching out and people will be visiting, right? So when they are there, they need to spend as much time as possible seeing your content and like really liking your content, right? And so you don't really want to distract them by having like some sort of unprofessional photos or just not being just not being a serious person, right? If they see your profile, right? Then if you're already running a business or like you're just you have some results, you have some case studies that you are providing for your clients, right? Especially as a coach, as you can do something like that, right? And then you can just make it like a quick post with maybe the story or the transformation that you have provided for your client, right? And you can just pin this post in this kind of free dose that you can that you have at the top of the post, right? You can pin this post, right? So that basically every time when someone will be visiting your profile, they will not have to scroll, but they will be seeing this post at the top, right? And this is basically just to show you and show the client, maybe that like the person that will be on your profile, like what exactly you're doing and what exactly like your offer is, and like so they can get like a sense of who you are even, and like what is the service and what is the transformation or case studies or result that they can expect with your service, right? So you don't want to just be like the generic and like blank Facebook profile. You just want to have some sort of case studies if you have them, right? Or results or any kind of even like the smallest stuff that will basically represent something that you can just show in your profile that will make people realize uh, that they will need your help, right, basically. After that you can just make some sort of few value posts or story posts, right? So story about yourself, try to make some sort of post about yourself, what is like your journey, why have you started your business, how you are helping people, and maybe provide some sort of value, some sort of helpful tips for your specific niche, right? So if you're like a personal trainer, you can make a value post on how to lose weight, how to build muscle, how to do this or that, and so that people basically just can watch a few or like read a few posts like this, and they can just like inspire or like they can get some sort of value for free from you, right? So they can then message you even themselves, right? If they will receive the value, right? Because they will just feel that there is something that they will need to give in exchange for it, right? And then you can just do stories, right? So again, with stories, you don't have to do like a lot of them. They don't have to be like very professional. Even just like photo when you are on the gym or when you are on a like a dinner or like a power or something. You can just post a photo like this. It will take you like 5 seconds to do it, right? And by doing this like every day, ideally, right, you're just constantly reminding your clients, your potential clients, people that are as your in your friends list, right, that basically you are there and like your service is there, right, and you are basically just constantly reminding them, right, so that eventually they will be once they are nurtured enough, they will basically book a call with you if you're getting on the calls, or just message you, or do some sort of interaction with yourself, right? You're basically just reminding your potential clients that you are there and that like you're just still trying to nurture them, right? So this will be everything that you should be make sure that you need to do before you even start reaching out to people, right? The second point, again, all of this will be just through Facebook groups and adding people to friends and getting engagement and posts, and then getting conversation to book a call, right? That's how the whole funnel looks like, right? So the second point will be just find high quality Facebook groups, right? So in order to do it, you just need to first make sure that you know exactly who you're looking for, right? So exactly know who you can even imagine like your ideal client. Who is this person? Like who are you trying to like target? Who is your like ideal client that you would ideally work with, right? So that you can just create some sort of basic customer avatar that you are looking for, right? And then it's just way easier for you to find groups and find specific people that you want to target, right? So just make sure that like you understand exactly who are you looking for in order to sell your services, right? And then you will basically just joining you will just start joining groups so that you can make posts and get engagement from, right? Posts basically you can divide on like these two types, right, of groups. So they are like indirect and direct groups. So with direct groups, basically it's like when you are like a personal trainer, right? It's like direct groups will be fitness groups and like workout and gym and stuff like that. So obviously you will have people that are interested into the gym and into the fitness and the healthy lifestyle. You will have people that are inside those groups, right? So very direct, very like blunt, and like it's just obvious that these people are out there, right? And you just need to find them, right? With indirect groups, it's a little bit more like you have to think about it and just a little bit more research. But these are basically groups where you have people that are also your target audience, right? But they are not like it's not so obvious, right? So for example, this is maybe by like the supplements, or like maybe by like a specific workout type, by a specific diet, something like that, right? So, or if you are, for example, in the e-commerce, right? The group would not be, for example, called the e-commerce, but it would be called some sort of software or some sort of like email marketing or like Facebook ads, right? So you have like kind of both people that like you have like both agencies in this group, but also like e-commerce stores, right? So it's a little bit more like less intuitive, right? Just have to do some research, right? But it can work as well, because if someone doesn't know about this method and doesn't know, they can just find people also through softwares, for example, that e-commerce owners are using, right? You can just take the advantage of this, and you will basically just find these people that no one else will be finding, right? And then you just need to focus on the quality, right? So don't try to like join, because you will find a lot of groups that are just very spammy, and like there's 20 posts a day, right? And your post will be just lost in all of that. So in order to avoid it, you basically need to test and just understand how many groups there are, right? How many groups there are in general for like your niche, right, that you're trying to target, and just focus on more quality. So if you just join 5 to 10 groups and you will see that like 2 of them are working really for you well, then like people are making like some quality posts, and they are a lot of quality people like asking questions, right? That means that, and like for example, if you make a post, then people have like the good response and you get a lot of engagement, right? That's like a clear sign for that this group will work for you, right? And you just need to focus on that more on the other groups that are just not working for you, right? So again, very like intuitive stuff. But what I'm trying to come across is that like you really don't have to join 20, 30 groups if you have just a few working, right? If a few groups are working for you right now, then you can just focus on those and ignore all of these these other groups that are just not really working and they are more spammy, right? Just like focus on the quality more, right? And also like a cool tip is for you is, before you just join the group, just see how many daily posts there is, right? So you can just check this in the about section in the group, right? So obviously if there is like 0 posts a day and like 0 posts in the last month, there is just no sense to joining this kind of group, because there is no people there, people are just not engaging, and you will not probably find any kind of clients there, right? So before you join a group, just make sure that you understand is there any kind of engagement even there, if there are any kind of people active there even, right? So that will be just the second point, finding high quality Facebook groups, right? With people that you can, offer your services, right, to, right? And so once you join these groups, you will be just, basically creating posts that will lead the most engagement. This is like the goal. This is everything. This is exactly why we are doing what we are doing with this method, right? To just get the most engagement so that you can reach out to these people, right? And with this, again, you can just start low, and I would just recommend for you to set like a daily goal that you are trying to hit. You can just start with like 1-2 posts a day with a single group or with a few groups, right? And stick to this number basically, right? So just stick to this number, and doesn't matter because the worst thing that you can do is to do one post a day, for example, for 2 days, and then do zero, and then do like one again, and do zero again, right? It's just not very consistent, right? So it's way better to just start low and then ramp up slowly as you are, adjusting to the volume, right? But never basically just take the days off and like never do anything, right? Just set like even a small and a daily goal that you would try to hit, and do it every single day like consistently, right? So that would be for the goal. Then track your numbers. Once you already have like a few posts out there, you basically need to know, because you will never know what works, what doesn't work, right? So you just need to track your numbers in some sort of Excel sheet or something, and by this you will basically understand and know which posts get the most engagement from you, and you will be just seeing this on numbers and not just speculating, and not just kind of think about what will work, what might not work, right? You will just see exactly on paper, on numbers, what is working and what is not, right? And then you can double down on that stuff that is working, and just maybe ignore or stop doing the stuff that is not working, right? So this is just a way better method than just trying to think of what will work, what will not, what might not work, right? And then basically you'll be sending friend requests to people on based on the engagement, right? So if someone engages in your post, they will leave a like or a comment. You basically just pull up the profile, and you kind of see who are they, right? I mean, it's obviously it's not that easy to estimate like how much budget might a person have by just the profile, or like who's this person, right? But you can kind of estimate it by, for example, looking at what country they are from, right? Obviously, if they're like from Ethiopia, right, they will be not having lots of budget to afford the services, right? So rather avoid like people from third world countries. Just focus on like the people from like Europe, US, and Canada, and people and countries like this, right? And once you see that someone is a good fit for your offer, right, then you can just send them a friend request. You can wait like 12 hours. If they accept, then you can send them a message directly, and if not, they you can still send them the message. But the message, when they do not accept your request, will probably be lost, and the booking rate will be way lower from it, right? But basically, when someone engages in profile, just send them a friend request, and then you can just message them, right? Just send them a message with some sort of thank you sentence, with just for engaging in your profile, right? And this would be just fourth point, probably the most important, right? Because if you don't apply this and you will be doing all of that, then it just doesn't really make sense, right? Just add the friends to these people, right? Message them, right? And again, the most important thing right now is to just not talk about the business first. Just trying to like build a relationship with these people. So we don't want to be this person that is cold messaging other people and just offering your service that like with like a huge like line of text. Also, like generally, probably people do, and like not personalized at all, right? So instead of that, you want to just take a different approach. You just want to message with these people like you are messaging literally with your friend, right? Just like a very friendly approach, very like relationship building oriented, right? So I mean, and the goal of that is to not even like they propose anything, not even like offer your help right away, but when you already know that you can help someone, right? So the point of this conversation is to just meet these people well, and meet these people more, so that you can see if you can actually help them, right? If you can, I mean, that's great, and you can offer some sort of help for them, right? If not, then you can ignore them and you can move on to another person, right? But yeah, I mean, just always talk about like the other person, right? So just when you are talking with them, don't talk about your offer, don't talk about what you are doing, right? Just try to like ask them a lot of questions about I mean, their business and like their like life, and just trying to be very friendly, trying to be very open to them, and yeah, I mean, even trying to learn more about them as a person, right? And then you can kind of switch it into the business and stuff like that, right? Once they feel just more comfortable with speaking with you and stuff like that, right? And then after like a day or like a few hours or something, messaging with this kind of person, right? You probably you build like enough like relationship. Even you can do it on Messenger, right? Believe it or not. That you can just ask for a call, right? So if they talk about, if they've told you a lot of like their problems or like desires in their business, where they at, where they want to do, right? If you actually can help them, right, you can just offer a call after like after like again like a few hours to see if you can help, right? If they will agree, I mean that's perfect. You can send them like your link or just set up some time, and that's exactly how you book a call, right? Obviously you will not like book a call with every single person, but you also just need to track your numbers in order to know how many messages you need to send in order to get how many calls from this, right? So this is pretty much everything that I'm doing for my own coaching consulting business, right? This is everything that you need to be doing if you want to have this sort of additional stream of income of income and meetings with your potential clients, right? This is basically how the whole funnel looks like, right? So just clear out your profile, find high quality groups that you can join, and that will your target audience will be, right? Create posts that will yield the most engagement, right? So just create posts, do what works, and create posts that will have the most engagement, so then you kind of have the most volume of people that you can reach out to, right? And then once you have them on Messenger, you just try to build a relationship, try to speak to them very friendly, very like a human, right? So think of them literally like a human, right? Because it's very easy to forget that they are also a human, right? And then try to ask for a call, right? Try to book a call. Try to if only you know that you can actually help them out, right? So that's pretty much how it would look like, right? That's pretty much how we can book from 2 to 5 qualified sales a day for identity coaching or consulting business. Yeah, I mean, so that would be pretty much it, right? If you don't know who I am and like what I'm doing, I'm basically a coach, and I'm helping people again just do exactly that everything that I've showed you here, right? So book again from 2 to 5 qualified sales a day for their agencies, coaching, consulting business, right? So if you're just one of them and you are interested in doing that, you can just send me a DM on Instagram, on Facebook, or you can just schedule a call directly from the link that you will find in this description below, right? So I really hope that helps you, right? And if it does, leave a comment, leave it a thumbs up, leave a subscription, and I will catch you in the next videos.